Facebook, and then we're on bang on 6. Just get that bang on. There you go. Hi, it's Bernie Slavin. Thanks for joining me on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And thanks as always to the sponsors, GRS Insulation, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Galaxy Blinds, Ultimate Windows, Cornerstone, Ocean Lighting, Dovecot, Advanced Utility Solutions, and GRS Insulation. Always write them down because it's very important, and they've backed me over the years, and they're continuing next season, which is brilliant. So anyway, today, the team that travelled down to Cardiff was Dieng, Thomas, Vandenberg, Clark, Nailing, Gilbert House and Belazer, Jones, Aziz and Latilaf, the informed Latilaf. And on the bench was Connor, Dick Steele, Silvera, Banguera, O'Brien, Greenwood, Lennon, McCabe and Matthews. Both teams knew there was nothing riding on it. Neither team could get in the top 6 or get relegated. So it was a nothing game, if we're being brutally honest. But there's professional pride involved, and a guy like Laugh wants to score more goals. First half was a non-event. A lot of huffing and puffing. Both teams flattered to deceive. And then in the 45th minute, we, the Borough, get a free kick inside left. Azaz puts it back stick. Big Clark goes up unmarked header down off the underside of the bar. 1-0 Borough. So we were unhappy. We came out second half and we blew them away. Yeah, we were very good second half. Azaz, Latilaf and Gilbert put them to bed. And that was it, done and dusted. They scored a goal, 91st minute. But overall, 4 goals away from home. We've been in a run, was it 10 games without defeat? We only beat 1 in the last 11, is that right? That was Leeds, who get absolutely embarrassed last night, humiliated by lowly Queen's Park Rangers. 4-0. And Ipswich Town, I think Ipswich will be up there now, I do. I thought a month ago probably Leeds, but I think Ipswich and Leicester are more or less there, aren't they? But yeah, but that's not our concern. Our concern was today. Latilaf got his 15th goal of the season. I don't know whether the defence went. It was one ball over the top. He's 1-1. You take to think he rallied it left-footed by the stranded keeper. 15 league goals, 17 overall. Is it 17 or 18? But hey, the wee man's been terrific. When I'm asked who's your player of the season, I say Van der Berg, Housen. Latilaf's not played an out-and-out season, but what he's done, I mean, the last 11 games he scored something like 10 goals. He's been in fire. And don't forget, that's with no real right winger. Jones played up centre. He was playing up the middle of the day. Azaz was going more to the right. And on the left, he still didn't have a great, well, no deliveries with no left winger. So, and he's still not got a big man up front. I know Azaz likes up now and again, but saying that, Azaz scored a good goal. It was a nice, wee delicate chip over the advancing keeper. But yeah, second half, everything went to plan, and well done Gilbert. He scored a good goal. That was a fourth and final goal of the game. So I'll read a few of these and then we'll go on with I always say I'll read them. We're running out of time. This time next week is the last game of the season, and that'll be it until obviously next season. Jim says, Bernie, Latilaf's on fire. He could get double the amount of goals next season. Could do. What was your best tally at Borough? He's gunning for that. Well, first of all, good luck to you, Latilaf. Just like Chuba Akpom. I mean, people say, oh, Akpom is going to get you 20 league goals. Good luck to him. If I was losing 100 grand, I'd be... It's nothing. It's only a title. And it's there to be broken. And like most things, well done Akpom last season. But this season, Latilaf's been on fire. My best season for Borough, that's what you're asking, was it, Jim? 32 in a season. So, if he's got... Yeah, 15, 17 now. Yeah, why couldn't he? I tell you what, if he gets a guy up front and to help him and a right winger, left winger, why can't he? Gio says Clark and Vandenberg look like they are striking up a good partnership. Yeah, obviously they've played together now a right few games. Both of them are getting an understanding. Not quite telepathic as yet, but a good understanding. And obviously we've got Dale Fry, who's injured, and Lenihan who's injured. They'll be back. At least he gave the fans a great long journey home. They deserved it going all that way. That's for Stephen Horn. You're right, Stephen. Well done, the fans. I heard them through the TV again, as I always do. vibrant, even when it was an average 20 minutes at the start. You know, just looked like an end of season game. Then, as I say, it came to life second half, but the fans were still very vocal throughout, as we've come to expect. You were saying Latty Laugh isn't prolific. Hold on. What was this? Oh, what's happening here? Where's the gaffer? I need the gaffer to get this back on. Sorry, I want to read that because he's talking about Latty Laugh. I says he's no prolific. He wasn't prolific the first year. Cost £5 million. Sees in hindsight, wonderful thing, easy. But I can't get it up. I'll get it sorted. Bernie, what are you expecting in the summer months? This is for Nico. I expect a lot of wheeling and dealing. I don't expect in all the years at Cardiff and service and nothing. We've not won. What? Get a couple of Man United loanees in. Here we go. It's, who's this from? Daniel Richard says, you were saying Latty Laugh isn't prolific and £5 million is a waste. You have changed your mind. So have you, Daniel. That's why you're digging me up. You couldn't have digged me up a year ago because I was right. The first 6 months of this season hadn't kicked his backside. Easy after the vet. It's like Akpom. 2 years, I written him off. I interviewed Akpom. I'm not wanting to go hiding under the bed if I say something I get it wrong. Akpom, I'd written Akpom off along with everybody else. He had like 2 years. Here, there and everywhere. Didn't do it when he came on. Didn't look the part. And then 1 year he was unbelievable. Latty Laugh has done the business. He has to do it again next year. And if he's here again the following year, he has to do it next year. 1 season and 15 goals doesn't make you a top striker and prolific striker. Check his tally out. Is he loaded with goals wherever he's been? I've not seen any record. That's prolific. Having there was a guy at Blackburn Rovers. Can't remember his name. I mentioned it before. Centre half. I think it was under the Grealish. And Shearer got injured and they put the centre half up front. The centre half get 30 goals. Now, could they do that every season? I'm sure he couldn't. Because then people get to know your game, know what you're about, know your makeup, know your deficiencies, knowing what you're good at. And Latty Laugh after this season, next season will be tougher because people will be looking and saying, right, we know what he's got. He's got pace. He's got a big heart despite, he's good in the air despite being 5'0". And he knows where the ball is. So, you come on, you tell us what he's going to do next year. I'll write it down and maybe I'll be having a go at you next season. Chris Sutton it was. Paul Warhurst, thanks for that, Daniel. So Daniel's asked the question, he's telling me the answer. Yeah, it was Paul Warhurst. I mean, he was a centre half. I'm sure it was the Greece, put him up front, cause of Shearer's injury. Everyone's gone, what's happening? Why is he doing that? He's got like 30 goals. But as I say, one off, yeah. I'm not saying like last one off, but he's took his time in settling. He's took his time in getting firing. But I says 2 weeks ago, he's been amazing. I would even be tempted to give him player of the season. For the half a season he's put in. Amazing. 15 league goals and an average side. Don't forget, we've played 45 games. We've only won 19 of them. We've lost 17. We've not got a left winger. No left winger. Right winger, I don't think the right wing's good enough. People can sign contracts, but I still don't think the right... If I was up the middle and Latty Laugh, I'd be looking to the left thinking, who's going to get me all these balls in? I've been doing half it on my own. Balls over the top, that's where I'm getting goals. We need service left, right, and he still needs a bit of assistance. So, yeah. And I did pull him up in the first touch. There was a couple of times a day. His touch deserted him. You get away with if you're scoring goals. You get away with anything if you're scoring goals. People used to say, oh, Slaven's crap. I scored goals. Oh, Slaven never got a kick. I scored goals. That's the name of the game, isn't it? But Latty Laugh, as I say, I think the last 6 weeks I've really thought, wow, how good. The size of his heart, he's this height, but his heart's like a size of a lion. His legs as good as Peter Crouch. He's, as I say, 5'0", he gets up there. And he's accurate with his heading. And he's tough. Again, Slades was getting kicked all over the park. He was brushing it off and getting on with it. Great attitude, great appetite. So, credit where it's due. Yeah, £5 million is a lot of money for Middlesbrough. And he wasn't doing it. So, we're going to comment on what we see. Now we're seeing what he's got. And if he can do it in this team, which is an average team, let's hope next year he's even greater and the guys around him's even greater. And we're going to put in a good shift. Let's track back. So, that was that on that. Thanks to everybody who was in the Dovecot last night. Myself and Gary Pass were in the Dovecot. It was a great crowd. Everybody in the Dovecot, the management, the staff were all brilliant. The food catered for everybody, including people saying I'm weird because I'm vegan. Entitled to your opinion. The food was lovely, and it was a good night. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. Neil Willis says, hi Bernard, really enjoyed your post-match reviews. Thank you, great result today, and fire looks bright. Oh yeah. However, I fear a few of the players are on the way and deals have been done. Hackney, a good example. Is he not in the squad because the deal is done and they don't want to risk injury? I've heard that rumour, but it is only a rumour. Don't know if there's any truth whatsoever. We will struggle to keep Latte Laugh 2 at this rate. Hope I'm proved wrong. So this is Neil Willis. Cheers, Neil. Look, we're a selling club. And Latte Laugh, like me and some of yous, we've all woke up and went, hold on a minute. This guy's a real deal. Look at him. No, amazing what he's done. The last 10, 11 games, the goals he scored. Phenomenal. In an average side. So he's going to be getting the attention of other clubs. People will be sniffing about, there's no doubt in that. So, and if a daft bid comes in, then there's no doubt he's going to go. Everybody's up for sale. That's what we are. I hope you're wrong. Great result. I hope we can win the last game next week for Louis. Yeah, Simon Linsky says, Matt Clark, man of the match. We have to sign Ailing. He can definitely do a job for us. He's always looking to get forward. Ailing, great appetite, great attitude, great professional, 120%. But the future of Middlesbrough isn't with Ailing. I would rather give a contract to Johnny Howson. I know you can give contracts to both. I think we need experience throughout the team. But yeah, I'd rather have a younger model in there who can bomb up and down. Don't get me wrong, Ailing puts in some decent crosses and he's made a couple of goals this season since he came in. But is he the future? Saying that, nobody's really got a future. If you're good, you get sold. If you're bad, you get sold. If you're on loan, you get back to your club. So Matt Clark, Simon's bumming up Matt Clark, and rightly so. Matt Clark, as the lad mentioned in one of the texts, that he's straightened up a good partnership with Van den Berg, and Van den Berg again just sailed through it. I mean, we were doing the Dovecot last night, as I mentioned, and there was a guy who was question and answer after it, and one of the guys says, "How is it the great strikers of the past we don't see them now?" The great strikers of the past, you don't really see a lot of great strikers of the past, well, up to date ones, because most teams play with one up top against two centre backs or three. So the centre forward's smothered in the main. How many teams play with two up top now? They all go, we'll play one up top and one in the number 10 role. Years ago with 4-4-2, simplistic, that's the way we play. But everybody's sheep-like figures, we'll all change it. 1-1, yeah, we'll do 5 at the back, we'll do every play in the box for corners. Yeah, so that's why, you know, the first names I mentioned last night was Keegan and Tosh at Liverpool. No, I'd heard of them. I was in Glasgow and thinking, wow, what a partnership that is. When I came to Middlesbrough, I played two. I used to drop deep and Baird would say, push up, wee man. Although he was the same height, but he had a bigger heart. That was a partnership, me and Paul Watkinson, big lad, small lad. That works, it would still work, of course it would. Carl Latley, hello Bernie, hiya Carl. That was one second half team performance from the lads. Azaz is looking better each week. And it's good that Gilbert got a goal. It was a good goal as well, and Latte Laugh scoring again topped her off. Yeah, as I say, I was delighted for Latte Laugh because first half Latte Laugh was starved, never got any real service. He wanted to close down the keeping it by the post. That apart, no service. He was starved. He was getting scraps. Was he even getting scraps? And then the second half, we started getting a bit of service, and as I say, the one ball over the top, they were caught square, and he kept his cool composure and they rifled. It was a great finish. Mohammed says, hello Bernie, hi Mohammed. Bernard Joseph Slavin, I love that. Brilliant win. If we only beaten teams down the table, we could be in the playoffs. Adoma is leaving QPR. He private messaged me on Twitter saying he will ask Middlesbrough to let him train in the summer. Private message is out there now, Mohammed. Hey, Adoma, I was a fan of Adoma. There was Adoma, there was Carriol, there was the other lad, the Geordie lad. Correct, I get rid of all three of our wingers, left wingers as well, which is a rarity. Left pegers are rare. I think Azaz and Lati will be a force to be reckoned with next season. Alfie. Yeah, hey, why not? I mean, Azaz, some people were talking to us last night privately, not privately, but off mic, and they were saying Azaz hasn't really done it. I don't think Azaz has been great. He's an international player. I expect more of him. But he's finding his feet, and Teesside is well, it was for me. It took me 1 year to settle here. So I get it. Coming from, don't know where from Dublin or wherever he's from, or when you come to Middlesbrough, it's a bit of a cultural shock. I would think even more so now in the modern world. I've seen a hell of a change in Middlesbrough since I arrived. I mean, I got corrected the other week. I said I've been here 35, 36 years, and a guy went, you can't be any good at maths, which I wasn't. 40 years next October I've been here. So it was difficult for me coming back then. Now I can see a total change in Teesside. And I don't have to, I'm not saying for the better. So it's a difficult place to settle. Did you see Salah v Klopp today? I didn't. What's your thoughts on who will win the Premier League? Win the Premier League, I says a month ago, hey, I'm not a betting man, so it's easy to say your thing. I was, probably my heart was wrong in my head. I says Liverpool. Man, I think Man City will win it. They won other games, they won it, don't they? So I will say Man City. Leicester and Ipswich in the Championship, and the Scottish Division, Celtic. That's it. A really good run off form in the last quarter of the season. A really good run off form. Let's hope next season we can stop leaking silly goals and kick on. Yeah, so that's Ashley Wayman. He says a really good run of form in the last quarter. Again, too much too late for me. Pressure's off. As I say, my opinion's not a book. My opinion's been in relegation dogfights, being relegated, getting promoted into the Premier and the old First Division. I've done it. I think it was 3 or 4 promotions. With Port Vale as well, I got promoted. And a couple of relegations. When the pressure's on and you're expected to win, like Leeds, he would never get beaten in run-of-the-mill day. It's pressure. Rangers the other week going to whoever it was and getting beat when they've never been beat. It's pressure. Liverpool come off the rails, totally derailed. People are saying it's because Klopp says that he's off. No, I tell you what, that's part. I think it is. When Klopp announced, I know we're not here to talk about Klopp, but when Klopp announced that he was leaving, I thought, why would they do that? And then Liverpool were a steam train, they were brilliant. Now the reality setting into the players that love Klopp, and there will be players that love Klopp, and he's picked them and they've won European Cups or whatever with him. They'll be thinking, hold on a minute, I'm out of here as well. I don't want to stay here. Mo Salah, I mean, he looks totally, he's a shadow of himself since he came back for the injury for the Asian Cup. Big Van Dijk, he looks a certainty to be off as well. So it's going to be a lot of, I just think the reality's hitting them now. They love Klopp, Klopp loves them, but it's ending. So, and the wheels have come off at the wrong time. When it was a bit away, it's down the line. Will you be watching the Euros? Will it be coming home? And Bellingham and Kane and company are world class. That's for Daniel. Yeah, you're right, Daniel. I have no idea why Klopp didn't announce he was leaving at the end of the season. Well, Alfie, I don't understand it either. I just hope everything's all right with him. Because my first thought into is there something else more than meets the eye? I tell you, it was a bit like the Klopp situation, and it was garbage. I was furious at the time. Middlesbrough get to the first European final, UEFA Cup final. Seville and Eindhoven. Unbelievable. All over the national press, all on the national radios. McLaren's joining England. What was the rush to get it out there? The authorities, both at Middlesbrough and England, the FA, knew that McClaren was joining England. Don't let her out of the bag. Shut up shop. Let us play the final. Let us do the business. Like Klopp, some of the lads in there were going, McClaren's leaving. Some of them would have loved him. I heard he was a great coach. Not a good man manager, great coach. Some would have loved him. Gutted, oh, he's gone to England. But so it's unsettling. I've seen it. Bruce Rhea get sacked. I remember Bruce Rhea coming into Durham and saying, I'm off. I'm not saying he, as I say, that's a sacking, that's totally different. But it's the same thing. Bruce came in and says, listen, I've been sacked. I was absolutely gutted that Bruce had gone. I loved Rhea. Rhea's a big part. Bobby Madden, first and foremost, could dress him. Steve Gibson played a major part as a young director. But Bruce really transformed me, my attitude, my mindset, booted me up the arse, got a grip of me with a scruff of the neck when I wasn't doing it. And that's why I scored goals, because of Bruce Rhea's management style. He didn't mess about, he told you straight. One of the biggest things I carried with me when I was coaching kids and that, one day he kept shouting at me. And I banged in, I don't know, 20 odd goals. And there was guys that trained they wouldn't even say anything to. And I would give a ball away, I miss a chance, and he'd go, you get a grip of yourself. And one day I exploded and I went, why the f*** do you keep shouting at me? And he went, come here a minute. When I stop shouting at you and having a go at you, it means I've lost interest. You'll be out the door. I took that as a compliment. Good management. Steve Gibson, meet the fans. People said it was positive. Mohammed. Yeah, as far as I know, Steve Gibson, I heard something the other day. I was at the club yesterday, actually, about something else. Yeah, I heard he was in the night before. Had the top of the fans. Well, that's good. Good PR. Good PR. Chairman meeting the fans. Great. I don't think we've done enough of that over the years. I remember years ago, I was doing Century Rail Radio, the biggest show in the North East by a million miles. Me and myself, Mark McDonald Gazy, who are doing a gig this Friday. And I remember that Niall Quinn, who was the then chairman, former Sunderland, of course, Republic of Ireland striker, Arsenal striker, and pundit in Sky, he was going around all the pubs and clubs in Sunderland, and they were getting 40, 50,000. And we were getting 20,000 and doing nothing. Not going around any pubs or clubs. I think you need to connect and show that we are. It's okay saying we're part of the community. You need to start showing it. You need to start doing it. I'm not saying the charity stuff. As far as I know, the foundation do a lot of work, but I think the top boys sometimes have to get out there and connect with the public. I tell you what I don't want to see in signing 3 goalkeepers, Michael Bunston. Yeah. What about signing 3 strikers instead of 4 strikers on top of what we've got, and 3 wingers? Every season we get goalkeepers galore and centre-halves galore. Now you're calling for loanees. No, Martin, no. What I was saying is, just an example, we're going into Carrick's 3rd year next season, and he's never had one loanee or one signing from Man United. And I find that strange, Martin. I'm going to try and make an example. No, I don't want loanees. We've got 4 in this year. I probably wouldn't sign any of them. So no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why has a guy like Michael Carrick, more than 10 years there, top professional, great ambassador, even was a coach and was manager for a couple of games. Why, with his connection at Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams, is it called? Why have we never had a player for Mike? Is it Diallo who played under Mugger at Sunderland? He scored against us, didn't he? He's back at Man United, not in the team now, but he played a couple of games, played pre-season last summer. Why can we not get something like him? If you're going to get loans, let's get them free. I know you're going to say Man United's not one of the top teams. It's still one of the top teams in comparison with the Championship. David Longstaff said, yeah, it was nothing game, but nonetheless, a good performance from an up and down season with playing out from the back. We'll talk about that in a minute. And injuries. We've still got injuries. We've not been beat for how long now? Injuries to the big players. McGree, Hackney, Foz. People kept telling me they're the best players. I agree. But they've all been out, but we still keep chunting on. With the last few weeks, Bernie, do you think it's a sign of good things to come next season? So first of all, yeah, it was a nothing game. Look good performance, something dirty, playing out for the back. Today, 20 minutes in, fanning about the back. And I tell you what, we fannied about, the ball broke, Dieng, the commentary I was listening to, they praised Dieng. Well, he's away off his line. It's his fault for being way out his goal. He's about 18-yard box. He's another 15 yards out. And the ball breaks down just over the halfway line, in our half. And Dieng's tracking back. And it's getting in. The guy's dinked it right over his head. And he's done that. And the commentator over it went, that's a great save. It's his fault. He shouldn't be all that way out. And again, we got caught a couple of times today. We got away with it. We're not good at it. What game did I watch the other night? Brighton Hove Albion against Man City. Ridiculous. We've done it this season. We get this is the in thing. But we're not very good at it. We get away with it. I mean, you get away with it. Yeah. Hey, look, I love football. But there's a time and place for football. I'm not saying launch every opportunity. But this messing about the back, getting it away, conceding a goal. I mean, you see it all the time in every division now. I hear even the kids are playing that way. From the back. It's suicidal football. The best teams can do it because they've got the most money, the best players on the planet. We have Middlesbrough. So, David, go back to your question, sorry. Is it a sign of good things to come? It's always good, I think, to go into a close season, the summer months, with a pile of games that you've done well in. There's a lasting memory, I think. Tell you what, we picked up there at the end. Light laughs and fire. Yeah, he was good. Hey, we've done well. And we're going to finish 8th or 9th in the league, whatever it's going to be. So at least there's a lasting memory over the summer. And that's a good sign. But you, David, me, and anybody else, Carrick included, we don't know who's coming, who's going. That's left to other people. That's the reality of the modern game. So we cannot sit here and say, what we've done now, brilliant, we'll all be here next year, we'll add to it, we'll spend a few quid. We don't know what we're going to spend, who's getting driven out, who's coming in. And I don't think Carrick will have much say. I know he won't, because the modern game's not like that now. That's why the coaches, managers pick and choose and spend and dictate. Coaches don't. And I tell you what, Carrick's a big defining season for Michael Carrick next season. First season, majestic, brilliant. Loanees came in, were good. The players we got were good. The performances and the football was amazing. This season, first 7 games, never won a game. Then we turned it round and then it was up and down. Like a lady of the night for Amsterdam. And then the last 10 games, 11, when there's no pressure, we've hardly been beat. Highburn, a good result today. It was that Vina, is it? Would you bet all your Smiths records on Borough going up? There's no way I'd bet all my Clash records on it. This is for Stephen. Very unlikely. Why would I say that? I have no idea why Klopp didn't announce he was leaving at the end of the season. Alfie, well, I don't understand that either. There may be more than meets the eye, but we'll never know. No, I wouldn't. Why would... if you ask me now, or anybody asks me, but I'm going to get promotion next year. Well, how do I know that? I've not got a crystal ball. No, I don't know. Don't know who's coming, who's going, what money's available. Not got a clue. So you'd be a fool. And we've only been up once in the last 14, 15 years. I hear it every season. I hear the same rhetoric every season. Next season, we'll do it next season. We don't want to go up this season. And then I hear some of my mates who are massive Borough fans who travel the country, take my hat off to everybody that can afford it and travels the country, and expenditure and time, brilliant. I think it's amazing as fans. I'm a fan myself of this club and my boyhood here at Celtic. So I get it. I totally get it. But we just need to be realistic. Do we really want to go up? This season, did we really want to go up? Ask yourself that question. Even if you're a biased, blinkered, sycophantic, I didn't call you a fool. Did you believe we put a lot in to get promotion this season and finish in the top 6 even? Do you think we did everything in our capabilities to make sure we made the top 6? I'm asking you the question. My answer, no way. 14 out in the summer, 12 in, We hardly knew any of them. Limited budget. Then January was the biggest telltale sign. We've been over it a million times now. I'm getting bored and it's repetitive. Rodgers, yeah, we cast in. Good. Great for the money, men. We might have got 20 million for Rodgers in the summer. And all the Borough fans were going, again, it's hypothetical. It's easy after the event. Oh, Rodgers, he's not that great. He'll be on the bench there for 2 years. He's in the team. He's scoring goals and getting rave reviews. We might have got, so instead of 12, 14 million, we might have got 20. But we cast in after 6 months, age 21. Then we let young Kavanagh go. Don't know if he was good, bad, or indifferent. Kavanagh, I wasn't his goal tally, he was good, but see you later in the January window is it Bradford, and I heard he's scoring a few. And then the biggest crime for me was Matty Crook scored a few goals, blew up after 70 minutes. By all accounts of character in the dressing room, he went as well when the window closed because it was the NFL rules. He goes. So that's no statement of intent. So yeah, I would like to see this season get some decent players, spend a few quid, get 3 or 4 goal scorers or centre forwards, and a couple of wingers, a few wingers, and another creative midfielder. I'm not interested in defence. I don't mind. I'm one of them. Let 4 in, we score 5, and let's go for it. But we will be able to tell in start the season in August. We'll be able to tell: have we pushed the boat out? Do we mean business? Have we made statements of intent? We will find out. This season, there's been no statement of intent. That's what I've seen. I'm being honest. Some people don't like it, but that's what I've seen. As a Borough fan, I have never been once on here and says we will get in the top 6. All season, you can rewind, do what you want. I've never said that. I've never believed it. My gut has told me otherwise. And in January, it was a confirmation of what I said was right. I said in the remaining 8 games, I don't know why I picked 8, I said we'll win 3 out of 8. But we've won 3. If we won the last one, I'm wrong. If we draw it, I'm right. I'm not patting my back. It's only guesswork. As I say, I don't gamble. I can say what I want. But I just think, if you think we put a lot in, and don't forget, in January, we were letting players go and with a boatload of injuries. So what's the biggest crime? Injuries or selling players when you've got injuries. Of course we are for now. That's Mohammed. Robbie Midgley says, who would you sign Bernard for next year? But again, Robbie, I'm not dodging the question, but it's hypothetical. Don't know what money's available. Don't know what players are available. Don't know what our budget is. As I say, I think Cardiff will be like us. I don't think he'll know, because he doesn't deal with all that. They might say what about him, but at the end of the day, whether he wants them or not, he's going to get them. And players are going to be sold under his nose. And that's the way, I'm not having to go Middlesbrough and the top boys, but that's the way clubs operate. Tony Mowbray had it at Sunderland. Speakman, director of football, never kicked his arse. Probably can spell football and he's good at maths. He's got the job up there of sacking people and picking players and selling players. And that's every director of football, every football club, that is their job and role. They are in total control of everything. Everything, all over the football club. And obviously when it comes to the final decision, you have to go to the guys above, i.e. chief exec, chairman, whoever. But that's the way it is now. As I say, months ago on here, they've done it in Europe for years. We're in it now. And the flip side, if I'm Steve Gibson, I'm thinking, I've spent millions and millions of pounds listening to other people's advice and people sanctioning it. I'm blowing my money on donkeys. There has to become a time when Steve Gibbons went, do you know what? I ain't doing it anymore. We're going to go out there and get young zirconiums, pretend diamonds, and polish them and make them into real diamonds and sell them. And I'll make money rather than me squandering money. Think about it. If you were a millionaire, let's say Gibson, you're blowing 8 million in Rudy Gestead, who could have kicked his ass. Or Don Lee, or Michael Ricketts, or Jordan Rhodes, or I'm just Alves, 12 million for here and being 10 for Rhodes. Macaroni was it. I know everybody says header. He wasn't a great striker. I met him the other week. Nice guy. But lots of money on donkeys. Players that don't score goals. So there has to be a time when the chairman has gone, do you know what? I ain't doing it. And as I say, during the season, recently, when it came up about the season cards. Yeah, a lot of fans, I agree with the fans on this one, I'll defend the fans. Usually it's a couple of months notice, but they wanted it in a month, and the fans fought tooth and nail to make it longer to pay that. I get that, and the club bowed to that. But Steve Gibson does it. I don't believe Steve Gibson wakes up and thinks, right, how will I punish the fans? I'll up the prices. He must have a reason for upping them. He knows the constraints, restraints of the football club and the financial things that going on. He must think we need to up them a bit to get a few more quid for whatever reason. Nobody's wrong, nobody's right. Steve Gibson is the owner of the football club, owner on his own. He has to look after the financial structure of the club, and you as a fan, you have to look after the financial structure of your family. So nobody's right or wrong. It's a personal decision. I wouldn't say don't go or go. That's a personal thing to you. That's a personal thing to you. You like to laugh is 5'0". He's actually 5'9". Is he? Is that with his boots on? I wouldn't say exactly small. How tall are you? Inch bigger. I think with age you shrink. I am under 5 feet now. No, it's only a saying. Come on, I've not went up and measured him. But where I'm sitting in the stand, he looks smaller than several of the other players. But I praise him. Whatever height he is, he can go Peter Crouch height when he's winning balls in the air. A great win today for the Borough against Cardiff. Away, all the players well today, Bernie, especially Gilbert. Yeah, Andrew, well done. Gilbert was good. I thought, hey, look, first half was a nothing game, but the second half we really turned it on and battered him. Now Rodgers could pay big dividends for Villa's push into the Champions League while we floundered in the Championship. Makes you wonder what is going on internally at MFC. That's from Borough fan. Alfie says, I always thought that was daft. Karanka spent all the money on... Who's that? I don't know what name that is. Maybe it's your spelling. And just stayed on deadline day. We've made so many in SSI. No, listen. There's no way in this planet. Aitor Karanka, with his style and the way he played, with one up top, Negredo, had signed Jordan Rhodes for 10 million. I could have saved the club £10 million. I'd watched every game. I've been watching the game for many, many years, home and away, every game, commentating them with the late great Ali Brownlee. Jordan Rhodes, bit like myself. Not tough, not aggressive. Can he lead the line on his own? And what did Karanka do? In the main, he was a bit piece. Despite his 10 million squandered, he still picked a team. Carrick still picks a team. Like Karanka, picks a team, but he doesn't bring players in or let them go. That's down to other people. Your job as a coach is to coach them. So if I get somebody that I think is, in my opinion, although I've never played or managed, I think he's good, I give him to Michael Carrick. And then Carrick has to polish him up. And if he doesn't go to plan, then he'll probably carry the can. I get away with it. It's a good job, that, isn't it? I want a job like that. Don't really. Hi, Bernie Joseph Slavin. How are you? I'm good, Scott Watson. And it was a good night at the Dovecote last night. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Scott. As I say, me and Pally, well, nearly 40 years ago, shot up a partnership. Still that partnership now. There's a bit of fun, and Pally talked some good stories about Sir Alex Ferguson and Eric Cantona. The one about the white suit with Cantona I thought was funny. I knew I'd heard it before, and that was a good story. And obviously, he lifted the trophy in the Riverside, didn't he? So yeah, it was a good crowd, good atmosphere. The food was nice. The staff were all lovely. And it's a good place, and there'll be another one coming up in the next 6-7 weeks. So with the David Waiter, Pally, and we'll get somebody else lined up, and we'll let you know. So thanks for coming, Scott. As I say, always appreciate the fans. I did as a player. I do now, I do talks. It's easy to go in there, do your bit, go out and just forget about them. No, you don't forget about them. We're all fans at the end of the day. I'd like to see us go in for Plymouth, Whittaker and Birmingham Stansfield to help Latty Laugh up top next season. Liam, as I say, Latty Laugh and Fire, brilliant. Right at this minute, I'd give him play of the season. He's been that good in the last 3 months. Amazing, right? Every bit he's gained. He's touched, again, I mentioned he's touched a couple of touches a day with poor. But he still should polish up that, but his goals have been amazing. His work rate's amazing. His pace is amazing. And he's playing an average team. Big decisions to make for the midfield. planning on the off-season, we don't really know who will be kept in the books. Exactly, Borough fan. Like, nobody knows. If Borough fans say to me, some of my mates say Bernie next season's a season. What are you on about? How do you know? You're clairvoyant. What are you on about? Mystic Meg. You don't know, you don't have a clue. I hope the club's away in advance. I hope they've been looking for the last, since the January window. I hope they've been looking and know who they're going for and know what money's available. But I've heard this same old rhetoric for years. Oh, next season, yeah, keep the faith. We're going to do it now, yeah. And then the other ones will say, no, we don't want to get promotion. What are you on about? Have you no ambition in your life? You don't want to see the best players come to the Riverside again. Can you remember the days of Gennaro Rav when with 35,000 hanging for the roofs and with loads of people signing up to, if anybody dropped out, they would get the ticket. That once upon a time happened at the Riverside, believe it or not. I'd love those days to come back. No way to get them back, because I know a lot of people are hard done by in Teesside and there's limited jobs, and I totally get that and sympathise with that. Some people can only feed themselves, and that's the reality. But everybody, when you get in the Premier League, everybody seems to big steal a borrow or find what's needed to get the Riverside when we're in the Premier League. If we were in the Premier League this season, say we were in the top six and we got promotion, I know it's hypothetical and I'm starting to turn into a fantasist, it'd be 35,000 in next year. It's always the case. Everybody jumps in the bandwagon, they want to see the glamour. But my mates will go, no, we don't want promotion because you don't win a lot of games. We've only won 19 this season, you beat 70. So it's not as if we won 35 games. I think Leicester's won some of that. And Liam, yeah, regarding your players, I don't know a great deal about them, but you obviously, and Lucky Laugh does certainly need help next season because they were a marked man. It'll be tougher next season for Lucky Laugh. He's shown what his qualities are now. He's shown he's quick, he's direct, he can score a goal, he's good in the air despite. People can see that now. They'll all be marking it saying, hey, next season we need to watch this guy. Great night last night, Bernie. You and Pally put on the top night for Paul Bowdler. Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, it was a great night. Really enjoyed it. Good fun. Sometimes it was heated, but that's the name of the game. We're passionate. I said to someone recently, I'm glad I experienced the days of TLF and RAV, as I don't see that happening if we carry on with the same philosophy and buying and selling. Borough fan. Yeah, the dynamics, I've heard for years, like different coaches come in and managers. Southgate, the way of playing, he had a structure he was wanting to stick to. Then we've had Warnock and Wilder, the Edith style, and you know, but what's happened to it? Every couple of years we rip it up and start again. There's a song in there somewhere. I think it was a Scottish band called Orange Juice. Rip it up and start again. Good song. Yeah, so it just keeps me. If it goes to plan several year, the club's got a plan, and I get the plan is sign novices, apprentices, turn them into tradesmen, polish them up, sell them as diamonds, get top buck. I get it. But you need patience for that. But have the fans got the patience? During this season, people are going, after the first 7 games, never won a game. Carrick, man, he's under pressure. He should be sacked. Some nonsense like that. Fans have not got patience. The guys at the top, they can hide and do what they want to do, and they see the big picture. But the fans who are paying hard-earned cash, they start fretting and getting upset and start showing it, venting their spleen. I'd like to see Carrick get his contract extended. Oh, I've done this again, sorry. I'd like to see Carrick get his contract extended. I think this has to be priority also. I don't know the contractual situation. People have been surmising that he's going to get offered one. I'm sure he will get offered one. Maybe he has been offered one. But if I was in Carrick's shoes, I'm a different animal for Carrick, I'm sure. If I was in Carrick's shoes, I'd be saying, hey, you done me January, letting players go that I didn't want to go. We could have seen it out at the end of the season and get rid of him. Last summer, we never went in for any of the loanees. We didn't have the money or for whatever reason. I'll just bide my time, let's see what happens in the summer. And what about a wee promiser if we're doing well, come next January, you don't let any players go, no matter the valuation. Just bear ways, let us get through the whole season and see where we can go and see where it can go. Leslie, I've heard today Leeds are having second thoughts on Ayling and we're going to offer him a new contract. What's the space? Stuart Gurley says, good win, Bernie. Few goals as well. Up the effing Borough. Yeah, it was. And it was good goals as well. Beza Reza, I like that. Evening, Bernie lad. Always good to see you. Lucky Laugh is going to be difficult to keep hold of. Fingers crossed we can manage to keep him for another shot next season. Well, let's hope we can. Of course we can. I promise here, like, over 2 years, when the first 2 years huffed and puffed, nobody gave him the litany of dog. They were all writing him off. I was included. I interviewed him when he equalled the 20 league goals, and I says that to him because I didn't see what he had in front of goal, but he turned out unbelievable. And as soon as he did it, he was gone. Lucky Last been here a while, not set the header alight. Now, amazing. So what do we do? If there's an offer comes in this summer, do we say, oh, see you later, get the money? I think it'd be absolute football and suicide if you're going to get rid of Lucky Laugh. He's the only guy that's showed he's got the capabilities now. The proof's in the pudding. His stats are there. 15 league goals. Is it 17 overall? And that's in a short period. He really came alive. He's really settled in now. But we still need another 2 or 3 strikers. Need to show ambition and retain his services for sure. Yeah, without a doubt. As I say, if we were to sell Lucky Laugh and House and go in this, Hackney goes in the summer, well, what message does that send out? Hello, Bernie. Will you still do a few shows over the summer? Please, great show. Just glad we're staying up the Borough. That's for Gary and Samantha Williams. Hi, Gary. Yeah, we're doing a few of these. Probably no, have the summer off. I mean, 99.9 the sponsors are back on board next season, which is brilliant. Keeps me going, keeps me getting interviews and travelling, whatever. So we'll be doing it start next season, but probably the last one will be next Saturday, and then I'll finish off on the Monday, the Total BS podcast. That's a week on Monday. So, but we'll be doing shows around about the area, for sure. Hi Bernie, hope you're well. I read online that the Borough always end the season 30 million in the red. I don't know if it is true, but if so, they have to sell. It seems. This is Mickey Hills. As I say, I hear rumours galore, Mick, and I hear all these stats getting. I've never been good at maths or arithmetic. I don't know the financial structure of the football club. I tend to stick with the football and, on in the park, who's coming, who's going. I know that much, but when it comes to out and out money, don't know a great deal about it. So kind of get wrapped up in that. And so if the fans are talking to Steve Gibson the other night, it's Steve Gibson that has to answer their questions, not me. He knows exactly what the financial structure is as his chief executive. West Bromwich Albion taking a big wobble, got beat away to Sheffield Wednesday 3-0, laugh out loud. Yeah, pressure. It's called pressure. I say we've danced through the last 11 games, no pressure, no real demands, and only been beat once in about 11 games. That was Leeds United. Imagine Leeds getting beat 4 last night, wasn't it? 4-0 with Queen's Park Rangers. They're only about 6 points off the bottom 3, aren't they? But again, I get it. It's a pressure. It's a pressure. No, we didn't do enough to get to the top 6. Got what we deserved, and we'll probably do the same next year. Personally, I don't listen to the garbage who might be coming out. I just wait and see for the start of the season. Yeah, there's a lot of bluster. What is it? There's those who talk the talk and those who walk it. And there's a lot of people who talk and it's just bluster and steam and there's no substance in it whatsoever. The one thing I don't like, I'm not talking about Middlesbrough, I'm talking over in life. There's too many people hoodwink in football who hoodwink the fans. And you can't see it coming. Can't see the wood for the trees, your hat rolls your head and you say, oh yeah, it'll be great. And then you get in there, it's not that, 10 minutes. So, as I say, I'm talking over the board, I'm not talking about Middlesbrough, I'm talking right over. I mean, the thing that really annoys me in football is I like see your Sky and all these channels that they all switch the games, so everybody has to invest in Sky and TNT and this one and that one. And then they change the games to suit them. So it suits the clubs because they get paid for when it's on the telly. It pays the television companies. And the fan who have booked hotels in advance. And saying that, the fan should have woken up by now. They must know the gig by now. When you're seeing a season ahead and you get your season fixtures, you shouldn't be booking hotels and saying, oh, we're going to go there on that day. Because you know now, you must know, unless you're a half-wit, that the clubs in the Sky control what days, what times. The fans not even thought about. It's the fans that get shit on. We will do well to keep hold of Francis Pate. I think without a doubt, look, envy size will be watching them now. They'll definitely be watching them now and think, 15 goals. Dear God, and as many games, that's amazing. In an average Borough team. A good one, Bernie, but it's a case of what could have been this season. We still make silly mistakes at the back. This is for Paul McLean. I'll read it. He's bothered to write a lot. Another goal given away today. It was a poor goal. That needs to be eradicated come next season if we want to be a successful season and have ambitions of at least the playoffs. Alec Gilbert is a player, by the way, and we need to use him more next season. Likely looking a real handful up front and can only be booming with confidence going into every game. Without a doubt. I'm looking at Latty Laugh, and I've been there as goal scoring. You're scoring goals and you think everything you hit turns to gold and hits the back of the net. I don't think Latty Laugh, if you ask Latty Laugh, people are moaning about fatigue and tiredness when they're the end of the season. The pitches are perfect. You know, in my day, the pitches, I didn't play 1920s, but they're still heavy pitches, and the ball would roll and that. They're like billiard tables. But Latty Laugh, I'm sure if you asked Latty Laugh, would you love another 10 games for now? He would say definitely. He'd be looking to score another 10 goals. When you're in form, you don't want it. I'm glad that Carrick played Latty Laugh today, because I was thinking, surely he's going to play Latty Laugh the next 2 games to really stamp his authority and get as many goals as he can. Don't forget, Carrick dropped Akpom last season. I keep getting back to it. For me, that was wrong. Akpom was chasing 30 goals. Akpom was on fire. We'd already qualified for the playoffs, as did Luton at the time. And then he did, for the first time, he started to change the team, left Akpom out, and Akpom never recovered, never did it in the playoffs. For me, that was a schoolboy error. For me as a forward, with my knowledge and my mindset, if you're scoring goals, if you've got 2, you're getting a hat-trick. I'm trying my damnedest to get you the hat-trick. I don't care about, oh, it's we, not thee, and him, and it's us, not him. All this rubbish. If you've got 2, you're getting a hat-trick. I want you to get your hat-trick. If you're doing the business, you're playing every game, you're in. Unless you're injured, or you're telling me you're tired, I'll take you off. But, yeah, I still don't get some of the coaches, managers. Have you ever recommended the club to look at a certain player? Lee Davies? Me? No. I remember I remember I went to see my son. Was he playing for Martin? And there was a boy I seen in the opposition team. I didn't know him for Adam. Didn't know anything about the kid. I just looked at him and I thought, one of them where you look and you think, he's some player, this kid. And I told some scout at Middlesbrough, can't remember who or what. And I said, look, nothing to do with me. My boy played for this team. It's nothing to do with my boy. There was a lad in the opposite team that I seen. I thought, wow, as a forward, looks amazing at his age, 10, 11. And then a couple of weeks later, after watching him a game or 2 games maximum, I've watched him, he's not good enough. You don't watch somebody 2 games and write him off. But we've watched Latty Laugh for how long? And now he's keeping the 4. We watched Chuba for 2 years. We thought, he's not good, and then he came to the 4. So you watch a kid who's still developing. Probably it's a sign that the scouts want to be the ones that get all the credit. And I still believe that happens in the modern game now. If you're a scout in Middlesbrough or anywhere, and you've not brought a couple of young lads in who's went into the first team and they've really shown the value and how good they are, you don't get any praise or pat in the back for it. But if you bring a couple in, Like Kavanagh. Who brought young Kavanagh in? I was seeing rave reviews about Kavanagh, how good he was and how many goals he scored. And then all of a sudden, he's gone. I don't believe the people that's in charge now with the recruitment, I don't believe it was any of them that brought him in. And they don't get any pats in the back from him. It's like when I played for Middlesbrough. Lenny Lawrence came in. He signed Wilco, he signed Chris Morris, he signed Willie Faulkner, he signed Tommy Wright. That's his players. He spent money on them. He doesn't get a pat in the back from me because I'm old hat. I've been there for years. He gets more for them. And I'm only going to Lenny now because I like Lenny now, and I talked to Lenny, and I did a podcast with Lenny. You can track back and find it. It's very good. So I've not actually agreed with Lenny. You know, I used to once upon a time, but I've grown up a bit more. I think I'm now 25. Yeah, so I do believe that managers sign players, and they want their players to be better than what they have inherited, even if they're not. They really want them to do well to show that they've got the ability to spot talent, and they want the credit. Sounds childish, I know, but I believe it happens. I've just Googled your stats, and Latty Laugh is, I just Googled your stats, meaning mine, and Latty Laugh in height, amazing, you're 5'10", I'm 5'11", and believe it or not, it says 5'10", Latty Laugh. I'm 5'11" now. I'll get the tape out when I come off here. Decent, that definitely not 5 foot nothing. It's just the same, Leslie, get over it. You're being pedantic, you sound like Malcolm McDonald. Talking about Malcolm McDonald, younger viewers, Mark McDonald played for Arsenal, played for Newcastle United, last guy to score 5 for England against Cyprus. I think it was the Waiters team. I'm joining up with Mark McDonald, Eric Gates next week, next Friday. There's a good crowd going to be there, so if you want to be part of it, you can order via 7.enterprises@hotmail.co.uk. That's the word 7.enterprises@hotmail.co.uk. £25 a ticket. Also in there will be myself and Eric Gates. Eric Gates, if you don't know, younger viewer, Eric Gates played for Sunderland with Marco Gabardini, good striking force. We were called the G-Force. I thought it was a G-Spot, so it was a G-Force. And Eric Gates won the UEFA Cup with the likes of John Watt, Alan Brazil, it's on top spot. Between us, we played something like, I don't know, 1,600 games, scored 600 goals, international caps. We've all got opinions, we've all got egos, we all fell out, so it's going to be some night. This is the first night we've met up. I'm not saying that to try and tell it. It's going to be a great night. But I've said before, if you're PC correct and you get offended with a word or a, don't come. I'll tell you in advance, because it's going to be lively. Might even be a bit of boxing. Sorry about these, I'll definitely read these ones out. Carrick won't sign a new contract in my eyes. I think he has bit his tongue until the end of the season. Gut feeling up the borough, Gary and Samantha Williams. We don't know, we'll find out. But Carrick's cool, isn't he? His persona's cool. I don't know if he's cool when he goes away. I like to relieve my tension and show him I'm reducing it. But Carrick's like, yeah, he looks like a deep thinker, very subdued, sideline hands folded, you know, focusing, and some people are like that. But if a contract's been offered and he's not signed it, then obviously there's something going on. But if you ask me, and I don't know, I'm only hypothetical. If you say to me, Carrick first season would have been happy, oh, delighted, brilliant. The style of football, the players that get in and loan, brilliant. This season, was he happy? There's been certain times I've looked at a press conference and he was deadpan. I'm sorry, he'd been cool, but he just looked deadpan, as if he wasn't actually there. And some of the after-match chats he had in national television. Right, listen. Yeah, a minute. So, yeah, I'll read these on Monday. I'll be doing the Total BS podcast. It's Aziz part 2. I didn't do it last week because obviously the game and all that. So it's part 2. The big kit man. He was at Man City. He was at the Borough. He was at Sunderland. It's part 2. Couple of good stories coming up. I don't know if it's already been revealed about the story when he was at Man City and then he went to Sunderland, worked under the Canio. He tells a good story about the Canio. He ended up getting in trouble. I'm sure that's in part 2. So thanks for joining me. Thanks as always to the sponsors. GRS Installation, Cleveland Systems Engineering, Galaxy Blinds, Ultimate Windows, Cornerstone, Ocean Lighting, Dovecot, Advanced Utility Solutions and TGM Cars. Thanks for your continued support. Really appreciate it. As I say, next week I'll be doing the Total BS Monday. Next Saturday after the game I'll be doing it. I'll be in the Dovecot and then I'll be doing this. And that'll be the last one for the season. and then we can all go and chill and relax and get revitalised, rejuvenated for next season, because we'll be back. Cheers, man. Enjoy your night. Cheers, Kev. All the best. Up the Borough. Well done, Borough Day. 4 goals, 4 great goals. Well done, Letty Laugh. You've been amazing. As I say, I still think you have to polish up your first touch, but see your goals and the way you get up in the air and your attitude, and amazing. So, for me, he's just sneaked into player of the season for me. Thanks very much. See ya. Cheers. Thanks.